now joined by Princeton, who won their first national championship today, 3-2 in field hockey. Head coach Kristen Holmes-Winn, senior forward Kathleen Sharkey, and junior back Amanda Bird. Coach, if you can just start with an opening statement on what it's like to win a national championship.
I can tell you that it definitely has not sunk in. I think it will take a while to process just not only the game, but just the season in general. I'm just so proud of the Tigers. They just represent everything to me that's pure in intercollegiate athletics. They're students foremost, but what you saw on the field is just incredible competitors, and I couldn't be prouder of what they do on the field and off the field. And I'm so happy that they have the opportunity to feel what it's like to be number one.
Kathleen and Amanda, can you comment, please, on what it's like to win a national title?
Just an amazing feeling right now. It was just a complete team effort. It has been the entire season, and it makes it that much sweeter that every single person on our team contributed. It was just a lot of hard work that we've been putting in since my freshman year, every single person on the team, and to finally reach this goal is just an amazing feeling, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, I mean, this is just unreal right now. My heart's racing. It hasn't stopped for like 20 minutes. But, we have the best time together. We're a team that we do everything together. We put in 100% in practice, in our games. We're together off the field. And I mean, I couldn't have done it I'm just so proud of everybody, and I think our defense was so good today, and a school like Princeton really deserves this, and I think that we really proved that we had it all.
Questions for Coach Holmes-Winn or the student athletes?
Hey, Amanda, you hit the stroke. The ball's banging off the board a little bit. You turned around and looked at your teammates, and there was a big sigh of relief, a big expression of relief on your face. Did you feel like you'd made up for being sent off early in the game and they scored, Amanda?
Oh, yeah, well, I'd like to think that it wasn't, the goal didn't come from just me being off, but I think that I was actually relieved to win the goal. Of all the strokes I've ever practiced in my life in practice, I would have to say that was, I was relieved that one went in. But, a goal's a goal, and I'll take it.
What did she send you off for?
I would say physical contact, but, well, I mean, I got the ball, I thought.
Vicky?
Amanda, just keep talking about that goal a little bit. I mean, talk about taking penalty corners. Have you been in that position before?
Yeah, I mean, not in the season, and I know Kristen at the beginning of the tournament said, if I was on the field that I would take a stroke, and I mean, it's always super, super nerve-wracking, and like I said, it was probably not the best stroke I've ever taken in my life, but, it's on cage, and got at least some power behind it, but no, I've been in situations like that before, and no, it's there's a lot of pressure, but I knew that either way, I was extremely confident in our team, and I knew that we had the capabilities to score either way. So,
you say it wasn't the best shot. Did you feel when you hit it?
I was relieved, yeah, but it felt good. Yeah, I mean, it was the game-winning goal, so how can I not be happy, right?
Kathleen, talk about the tempo of the game. It was really up and down, and what you had to do to break the Tar Heels defense.
Yeah, UNC is a tremendous team. We knew that going into the game that it was going to be a long battle. They were going to be faced with the game where we were dominating, and they were going to be faced with the game where they were dominating, and we knew that. We just really wanted to focus on our defense all over the field. Every single one of us had to play defense, starting with the forward line. And we need to focus on their strongest players. Craddock is an unbelievable player, and she was dominant throughout the whole entire game. But when every single person on our team is playing defense, we were able to keep her down a little bit and prevent her from doing too much for them. But yeah, it was a long game, and we just had to persist. And we had a lot of attacking opportunities that we didn't convert on, but I knew that if we kept putting the pressure on their defense and their goalie, we were going to find a way to put the ball in the net. I'm really happy we did.
Coach, can you talk about beating, not just getting your national title, but beating North Carolina to get it? And I mean, they came in as the number one, and they're a big ACC and national power.
Yeah.
What it means to defeat a team in this.
Well, it was interesting. We had, just going into the match, we had a fair bit of adversity before the game even started. We had Teresa Mabnuti was out with she pulled her hamstring, and one of our most conditioned athletes pulled her hamstring in warm-up. And then Molly Goodman was taken down really early in the game. She's the first sub off the bench. And Katie Reinprecht, has gastroenteritis, since 9 a.m. this morning. So she was basically playing this match on adrenaline. So to beat Carolina full strength is a huge challenge, and to be able to do it accessing the depth on the bench the way that we did is, to me, is just a product of this team and the hard work that they put in day and day out to be ready to compete, especially on this stage. So Allegra Mango, stands out as someone that was able to come in and play a role that she really hadn't done over the course of the season, and I thought she was just tremendous for us. Kate Ferrara, another freshman who had to really fill in the midfield and even on the striker line. Sydney Kirby was a striker for us, has been all season, had to play in the midfield. So it was almost good to actually have to be like, all right, this is what's presented to us, and it kind of maybe took the focus off of Carolina a little bit and put it back onto us. And so I think going in, we knew Carolina is just tremendous and has all the history, but it's kind of the same approach as we took to Maryland. Is that this is our moment, this is our chance, our opportunity, and we just have to seize the chances that we have and over the course of the match, and just pay attention to every nuance and every detail across the game, and I think we did that.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about the loss of Teresa? It looked like she was taking it really hard before the game, and she tried to go in the second half too, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really talked to her a ton, but because we're kind of scrambling, because she's our post for our defensive penalty corner unit. She's one of our primary strikers on our attack penalty corner unit, and of course she's one of our, she really locks things down in the midfield. So we were really scrambling. So I really didn't get an opportunity to talk to her a ton, but yeah, I mean, you're playing all season for this moment, and I think I'm sure she's just so disappointed to not be able to contribute to the game, but yeah, I mean, I think she's just a winner, and I think she was able to kind of move beyond it, and obviously she's really happy for the team. So.
Can you talk about the play of Christina Maida, who was just unbelievable back there?
Yeah, Maida is just a machine. She plays the game with just such joy, and she's such a hard worker, and she's a tremendous leader. And I think you need someone in the back who is going to give information, give decisive early information to the defenders. And I thought Maida was extraordinary with that. She made sure that one of the things that Carolina does really well is they play to their far post. So you have to lock down the weak side, and Maida was, I think, particularly conscientious of making sure we had defenders in good spots on the weak side of the field to make sure there was nothing getting through onto the professional side, and I think that's largely due to her organization. And then she just was big time. She came up with the big saves, and I think really displayed the kind of leader that she is.
For Coach and maybe one of the players, final minutes, and they pull their keeper, and they've got an extra forward, and they're down there. It looks like they might tie it up again. Just kind of what were those minutes like for you guys?
Well, we was fortunate to have that timeout, at around the 8-minute mark, and we just said we were going to roll into a back four, pull their keeper. We practiced this scenario obviously and over the course of the season, so we were absolutely prepared. We pulled Sharkey back into the midfield where she was to stay, so we could have that extra number to deal with their extra number. So, I think one of the hallmarks of this team, I think, throughout the course of the season is just how professional they are as the phases of the game change, and certainly in that moment when Carolina's pushing for a goal, to be able to stay composed and maintain our shape and our structure. It's not easy to do, and they were just fabulous.
Kathleen, are you watching the clock at that point, just hoping time expires, or are you so focused on what's going on the field that?
I had some glances at the clock in those last few minutes. those last few minutes were very, very slow on the field. You're trying to take your time a little bit on the free hits, get a few seconds here or there. But, I mean, everyone was just so focused in those last few minutes. I mean, we realized we were so close to winning this national championship, and we weren't going to let the opportunity slip away from us. Everybody on the field just wanted it. We just bought into playing, ruthless defense. Everybody had their stick on the ground. No one was committing one way or the other, just staying with them and just playing good team defense. Once I saw that we had an outlet with the 20 seconds to go or so, I mean, nobody slipped up. We had an aerial, and it was a pretty good one, and I'm just so proud of how poised everyone was in those last few minutes.
Amanda and Kathleen, can you guys just talk about what everybody on the field was saying with 25 minutes left, down one in the national championship game? What got you guys going with those next 2 goals?
We've experienced being down by a goal before this season, and just with this team, I've never doubted our ability to get another goal for us on the scoreboard. We have a lot of offensive power. Every single person on our team has the ability to score, to create a scoring opportunity or to get a corner, and that's just what was so special about this team this year, is that every single person was dangerous, every single person contributed, and we just had so much faith and trust in each other, and we never doubted at any point.
Well, to be honest, I was off the field at this point, but from the sidelines, I was just yelling, there's 25 minutes. That's so much time for our team to get a goal, and I mean, like Sharkey said, we just have an amazing attack, and we've got midfielders that can score, strikers that obviously can score. Our strikers work so well together. We find each other on the back post, and we can rip shots from the top. I mean, we knew our defense was going to win it, but we did come through in those clutch moments when we needed to.